Yo, what is good? How are we? Got these blue light blockers. They're way too small. Fucking sending that shit back. How are we all? Alright. I made 1 trillion bricks while waiting for you. Alright. Let me take my meds before I go crazy. Alright. How are we all? Hello, Giovanni. Jesus is the only way. FXMP, Terry, Carol, Ronald, Rick, Payne, Tony, Matt, Adil, Elizabeth, Dan, Janice, Mike, Mark. Yo, how are we all? Curtis, how are we? Let's get it, guys. A lot of shit going on today. You've got to think smart and clearly today. You got to be on your game, top game, right? Top of your game today. Very, very important. What pills are you eating? Nah, it's just CMOS. CMOS, lion's mane, ashwagandha, vitamin D. I love me some vitamin D. Magnesium. That's pretty much it. I've been taking them for years. Are we making bean trades today? Right. Yeah, GJ moved mad this morning. Pause. Right. Hey, Pietro. So, you gotta have your thinking caps on. I don't have a hat because I'm not bent, but yeah. Right, so, what the fuck is going on today? First, I need to show you this. It's very, very important. So, one of the first countries to actually have a negotiation about the tariffs that's going on with Trump is Japan. And as you guys know, I mainly trade GBP JPY, right? I mainly trade GBP JPY. Like 99% of my trades are GBP JPY. So I care. But also, the reason this is so important is because this sets the precedent for further negotiations with other countries, right? So I've got it here. We basically looked at what was going to go on our private stream in the free Discord, but on the private chat. If the tariffs are removed, actually, a bit more context. Japan are going to America to have a negotiation today in Washington, and their goal is to get the tariffs completely removed on their end. They don't want any tariffs, and they want to get some sort of military support as well, right? So, if the tariffs are removed, this, which is the JXY, which is similar to the dollar index, but for the yen, will go up, right? Based on previous results, because when they were announced, when the tariffs were announced, the yen shot down, right? So when the tariffs are removed, it will do the opposite. It will go up, right? And if it goes up, because it's the quoted currency in GJ, it means that GJ will go down. If the tariffs are not removed, right, and Trump's like, nah, fuck you guys, go back home, see you later, it will shoot down, which shoots GJ up, right? So, very, very important, not just because it's for GJ and because it's what I trade, but also because this is like one of the first negotiations going on, right? So, that means a lot of investors from other countries are going to be seeing how Trump performs in today's negotiation. If he's really, really nice and, opening and understanding and listens to them and actually understands the situation, comes to some sort of better agreement, then everyone will have relief, right? It'll be like a relief rally. And then, on the other hand, if he's like an absolute cunt and he's like, nah, they're going higher now, dickhead, why'd you even come and ask me? Everyone's going to be like, oh shit, we can't have negotiations. So everyone's going to be more scared. Then we'll get like a fear drop or rally, whatever you want to call it, right? So we need to look at this so we can see, one, how future negotiations will go, two, how other pairs will move, and three, obviously GJ, it's my baby, how that's going to move long term as well, and today. And you can see the correlation here, because if we look at USD JPY, you can see what's going on. If we check the 5-minute time frame, we were looking for a trade this morning, but not this morning, like half an hour ago, but we didn't end up getting it. So it basically, right, look at this, the previous candles, that's all we need to do is look at the previous candles. So bullish, bearish, bearish, right? GBP JPY, not the open one, remember, we're not looking at the open one. Bullish, bearish, 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 right? Bullish, bearish, 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 bullish. Bullish, bearish, 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 bullish. Like, we can just click through this and it looks very, very similar. Do you see what I'm getting at here? And this is because GBP and USD, they're obviously quite correlated in their own, way, yeah? But it's more importantly about the JXY. The JXY, or the yen itself, the quoted currency of both of these pairs. So if the JXY is going to go up, these pairs will go down. If the JXY is going down like it is right now, these pairs, as you can see right here, are going to go up. The same as AUD JPY. It's going up because the yen is going down, because these negotiations are going on, right? We're going to get a bit more activity on the JXY today, so it's very, very important to look at this just only today. The reason I trade GJ is because we don't usually have to do this, but today we have to. So we're looking at it today, seeing how it's going on, and we're going to look for trades still. Obviously, I think, Louis, you said, if you're still here, we basically will just look for trades on other pairs. But we still got to keep an eye on this. So we've got this tab open here, which will give us an update. It's obviously NBC. We're just going to look out for updates on this right here, which is President Trump meeting with Japanese officials today, right? So just got to keep our eyes peeled on that, seeing how it will react. Obviously, we'll probably see some form of reaction from the markets instantly, but we need to be very careful when we're trading these JPY pairs, especially today, because we don't know what the fuck it's going to do, basically, right? So, yeah, that's what we're looking at today. Now, I don't think there's a possible trade here, right? I think we're probably just going to get a consolidation here. But now we've got that out the way, guys. Now we've got that out the way. All we can do now is just go through this. So what we're going to do is, we've got news in 4 minutes. So we're going to just check the news really quickly, see what's there for the rest of the day. Then just work our way through GJ, GCAD, GU, EU, all the pairs that we usually look at. We're just going to work our way through them one by one, right? So now we've got that out the way with the JXY. We can just drag this up here, leave it there so we can obviously remind ourselves remember what's going on there. But yeah, we got that in the back of our mind. We're going to move over to the fundamentals now, have a quick look at news, and then once we've done that, we can then just go through all these other pairs and have a quick look at those, see what potential trade setups you guys are seeing. All makes sense. So it'll shoot up. We don't know if it'll shoot up yet. Japan will be the benchmark, exactly. Josh, how to mark the perfect inducement for break of structure and changes of character? I don't trade changes of character or breaks of structure. I trade ERL and IRL. They don't work. Breaks of structure and change of character, outdated. Another slow day in the office. Potentially, in terms of trades, yeah, but we could get a nice move. Like, this week has just been ass cheeks, and I was saying this to the guys in the private Discord, like, it's just been consolidating all week. I think what's happened is we're just kind of cooling off now from obviously Trump, like, messing around with those tariffs last week. We just shot straight down, and we just moved directly in one direction on all the different pairs that there are, right? And now we're having a cooling off period, because as you guys know, as I explained to you guys, when we have a quick move like that, we need to have a consolidation. So if we're getting like a week straight of just pushing straight down, no retracements, a big move on the daily time frame, what do we need? A consolidation on the daily time frame. And because this is such a tight range, we're getting a very tight range translated through to all these other time frames as well. You can see it here. Like, this is such a tight range. Whereas like this consolidation was a bit better because we did still have moves up and moves down. But then we obviously shot up and pushed straight down. Now we're consolidating again. We only need one banger. That's facts. That is facts. We missed a trade on gold, but didn't sweep the high. Yeah. But yeah, we got news in 1 minute, guys. We got news in 1 minute, so we got to be careful with that. But what's after that? So we have 2:45, and then in 45 minutes we have more news, and then 3 hours. Like we have news all day, basically, right? But after this piece, we can comfortably trade for the next hour or so, and then 3:30 we get a Bank of Canada press conference, which is probably going to discuss the tariffs. If I'm being honest, you know. So, yeah, we got to be careful. So, in 1 minute, or in about 10 minutes after the news has cooled down, we'll then have a clear idea of, you know, what we can do. So, let's just start on the pairs. Let's just make our way through all these pairs, right? And see what's going on. And just come to some form of bias and look for some trades. So, GBP JPY right now, we're obviously still kind of bullish on the daily. So there is that. The bias, though, I think it's more mixed than anything. The previous few 4-hour candles, we still need to come down here. But you can see this right here. Like, since, like, literally Monday, we've just been kind of consolidating very tight. Scrap the pairs, GeoGuessr. May as well, like. But, yeah. So, the 4-hour needs retracement. The 4 hour's bearish. That's the bias. Bearish, we're looking for sells. Now, the 1 hour is doing something pretty nice right here. It looks like we're inversing this imbalance. If we can get a comfortable close below in the next 15 minutes, we'll then have a clear bearish bias to take sells on, right? And that's all we need to look at here. So sells on GJ make the most sense. Now we can get rid of all this. And we go, okay, well, how can we take sells in this scenario? Because we need to invest this 1 hour. So it's pretty hard. To be honest with you, it's pretty hard to take sells here because we either manipulate up, respect that 1 hour imbalance, and then we're bullish, or we manipulate down, disrespect it, but then the only trade we could take is a buy. So it puts us in a fucking awful position for trades. Unless we invest this, to be fair, we've just had news out. If we invest this in the next 5, we haven't swept lows yet. We're still kind of bearish. If we get a comfortable close below, in the future, I'd like to get some one-on-one with you, man. I'm just trading and noting down my flaws, so I know what I need help with. No worries, Tony. That's perfect. You will succeed. Just by doing that, without the calls, you would succeed on your own eventually, just by doing that. So you're definitely doing the right thing there. Keep that up. If we invest this, we could take it. Now this is a bit risky because we still have, you know, this is if we get it right. If we get the IFEG here, the proper IFEG with not a technical close or anything, like a comfortable close like this, we will then try and hold the trade down to these lows over here, right? 1 hour, there we are. This is what I'm saying. The 1 hour is still in a fair value gap. So what we would have to do is we'd have 10 minutes left. And if we don't push down in that 10 minutes, we would just close the trade. Okay, even if we're just chilling here, because then we've respected that 1 hour. And that's if we get the IFEG, which doesn't look like we're going to anyway. But if we do, we take the trade, right? And then take the trade, 10 minutes left. Hopefully we get the IFEG. If we don't, we close the trade. If we do, we hold the trade down to these lows over here. And it should do that anyway if it inverses this, because IFEG to ERL, right? ERL and IRL. So that's what we're looking at here on GJ. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert here, or we could just watch for the next minute and a half, see how this candle closes. I think that probably makes the most sense, to be honest with you. What was the news release? If the news release was... The Canadian economy ended 2024 strong. However, the escalating trade conflict is diminishing growth prospects. There we are, gone in the end. Okay, looks like we're not even getting that. AUDJPY has pushed right up here, Dan, if you're still looking for sells. We're not in a trade on this, by the way. We were looking at it, though. So we're probably not going to get the IFG here, which invalidates this setup, which means we're probably going to respect that 1 hour imbalance, which invalidates any trade, really, unless we manipulate. Like, it's impossible to manipulate down without... It's very hard to get an entry there because... Oh. 5 seconds, I don't even want it. Even if this jumps down, I don't want to take that. We can see how the next 5 closes. We'll see how the next 5 closes. Okay, we'll leave it for 5 minutes. It's still on the cards, right? Not the best setup, if I'm being honest with you, but we got what we need. It's just that entry is a very fine line between being invalid and obviously valid. But we'll see how it goes in the next 5. All right, we'll have a look at that in 5 minutes. For now, we're going to move on to fucking... Never mind. I don't think we can trade this. GU. GU's had an IFEG here. But I'd say it's pretty bullish. Let's start on the daily. Daily bearish. 4 hour. Bearish as well. Although I guess you could argue it's respecting that 4 hour imbalance right here. Well, there's 2. And it's very small. But I guess it's still kind of valid. The daily is bearish. The 4 hours obviously kind of chilling right now. The 1 hour also bullish, I guess. Took out these lows. 15. Tapped up. Looking to continue down. The 30 minute has not filled that gap. We can't take that trade then. But there's an IFG here. Don't know if anyone's in this or seen this. But we've got a nice little accumulation here. Push up, IFG. Just one of these. Wouldn't even hurt. Just something simple like this, right? That's like 1.2 there. EU can be good for sells if it pushed above that 1 hour fair value gap again. So EU is, right now, I guess you could say this is bullish because of this imbalance right here. Bearish, definitely bearish on EU here. Definitely bearish right now. The 15, consolidating. EU could be good for sales if it pushed above that 1 hour high again. Yeah, that makes sense, to be fair. We could also just, like, you know, if we take out this high over here, this one, could do that. Equal highs there as well. We've set an alert. So EU is probably our best bet, to be fair, because it's not really going to be too much affected by the JXY as much as USD and GBP JPY would. GJ looks a bit messy, right? It looks like we're trying to disrespect it, but just running out of fuel. We could end up taking this though and just closing the trade if we don't get that push down, which I'm happy to do, but I think I might just risk 0.5% on this trade, if I'm being honest with you. And then if we get the inversion, we could scale back in with another 0.5. 0.5. So we can take it pretty much anywhere here. Target these 1 hour lows. 0.5% risk on this one, which is the first in a while. To be fair, I might just risk a full 1%. Don't know why I did that. Manage the trade when we get here. Need to keep our eyes on that imbalance forming. What's the JXY saying? Looks like it's going to continue up, maybe. Right. Right. Okay, I'm in. We need a push down right now. We need a push down. Like this candle. No fucking about here. We need a push down. This is the 1 hour imbalance. We need a push down right now. This candle, and it has no top wick, for fuck's sake. If this candle comes back up, if this candle is bullish, I close the trade, right? And we lose like 0.1. We need a push down on this candle right now. Very small top wick, that is right. Bearish, but it's pretty mixed. We can change that, but at the time of entry, I guess you could say it's pretty mixed because obviously we're assuming it's going to inverse the fair value gap. So hasn't inversed 1 hour fair value gap yet. Looks like it might. If it does, the bias will be bearish, but then it will be impossible to take an entry. So we entered 5 minutes before the close. So we entered 5 minutes before the close. And if we respect the trade, we close. If we respect the fair value gap, we close it. If we respect the fair value gap in those 5 minutes by pushing up, we close the trade. Right. So, oh, sorry. Hasn't inversed the 1 hour fair value gap yet. Looks like it might. If it does, the bias will be bearish, but then it will be impossible to take an entry. So we entered 5 minutes before the close, and if we respect the fair value gap in those 5 minutes by pushing up, then we close the trade. Full stop. So this box here, this is the fair value gap. We need a stronger push. There we go, something like that. Micro wick. See, when you flick your chart to the text and have like a few candles, what is that? Is that a way of putting candles from a diff pair into your charts? Nah, nah, it's not. Good question though. This is the JXY. This is the Japanese index. So this will basically give us an idea of how the pairs that have the JPY in it are going to move. It's like the DXY, right? But basically, this text is about the negotiations that's going on that I explained at the start of the stream. So just to remind us of what's going on here, and it also new people who join can see if the tariffs are removed, it goes up, which means GJ goes down, right? Like it's doing right now. Come on, this is beautiful. If we get a close like this, we could just put stops straight here, which halves the risk already. Because we have just took liquidity. This high would make sense to be above. So if we close like this, we just move our stops right here, which halves the risk automatically. Especially if we take these lows as well. Then hopefully we can form an imbalance, which we can then use to move to break even. Yeah, no point taking partials there. Right, we're break even now. Oh no, not break even. Sorry, we're here now. This is where our stops are. Prices took that low. Now what we need to do, if we zoom in a little tiny bit, you can see we've also inversed this properly now. I would not call this a technical close. Now, the next thing we need to do is chill the fuck out here. We need to stay just bearish or mixed, which we're just instantly not doing. But we need to keep this fair value gap valid, which is very, very hard right now. We need to keep this valid. If we can keep this valid, we can use it as a leverage, like a reference point to go break even, right? Good morning, Marcus. And this looks scary. Why is this jumping around so much? Okay, no reason yet. Please hold on to this. Please hold this. Please. Please. Fuck. Come on. Dickhead, man. What a dickhead. I just said please. Hey, Rodrigo. How's it going? Come on. So what I want to also calculate right now is where 1R is. Where is 1R? So 1R is here. So what we can do is we can close half the trade when we reach this liquidity point right here. So full break even and liquidity when we take this low out. What? Full break even and partials when we take this low out, okay? We get 0.5, which then knocks us back from... So we miss out on 0.25, which isn't bad at all. Not even 0.2, I think 0.2 in it. We are pushing the fuck down here, guys. Check the 15. Have you got a 15 fair value up you can use? That is facts, to be fair. Nice shout, Elizabeth. I didn't check that. If we validate this, now we've mentioned it, it's probably just gonna shoot right the fuck up. But now if we validate this in 10 minutes, we can use that as a reason to go to break even then. And it'll probably be soft break even though. Like if we close above, we exit the trade, right? And now we're shooting the fuck up, right? Let's get this fucking candle out then. Not the candle, sorry. The magnet. Right. Look at this. Look at it go. Look at it go already. 10 seconds it's been there. And then we just go zoom, and then it like shoots right down. Ready? And remember the last technique I shown you guys is like the edge in it. So you just like you do this. Look, you ready? Go, doomph, and then it comes down and follows it. See? You go doomph. This is like such a super cut. This is gonna be so funny. Like me talking about my in-depth strategy and then supercuts to me like slowly dragging the magnet down towards my take profit. Needs to warm up first. Exactly, Brad. Tell you what, we're just going to go soft break even anyway, right? We're going to go soft break even anyway. So we're not fully break even yet. But we can look for reasons to go to break even. We need a retracement. That's valid. Hopefully we can form a fair value gap here on the 5. This will be a much better... Every time I talk about it, it just shoots up. Right. Got no bottom wick though. Hopefully I can use that to flip. And just push right down. Let's wait for this magnet to warm up. So just make it a bit bigger, right? And then we just go like this. Drag it down. Lock it in place, right? If we lock it in place. Easy W. I don't like this. Start turning my phone upside down. Fucking hell. It's a good call though. Good entry. Can't lie. The entry was quite good. Must be needing likes. So far I can see 6 likes. 6 likes? No way. There's no way on earth we only have 6 likes. No, we got 15. Either way though, like up the fucking stream. Like up the stream. Look at this. The magnet in full effect. Like up the stream. Like up the stream right now. Or this trade's going to lose. The magnet in full effect. Look at that. Look at that. Told you. All you needed to do is warm it up and it just shoots in your direction. Simple as that. Like up the fucking stream. Look at that. Beautiful. Masterclass. I'm going to add a module into the course on how to trade the magnet. 1000% win rate. It works every single time. All we need to do here is take this low and then we are away with the fairies, right? Taking off and on our way to fucking Greg's. I want a fucking sausage roll and a fucking steak bake. Would not mind one of those right now. Come on. Come on, you slag. End of this candle as well. I know, there's 7 minutes left. Exactly, Dan. Just warm it up. Just warm it up and it shoots, right? Getting that on a t-shirt. All we need is this little low here. Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me like that. Tell you what, let's just secure it by doing this. Joomph. Joomph. Look at that. Already working. Already working. Now we're just going to go dink, take out that low, take our half, and we're letting the rest run. Come on. Don't edge me like that. Who's put a fucking magnet up here then? What dickheads put a magnet up here? That's the only possible way that this could not be working right now. I think what we need to do is make this a bit bigger. Joomph. Joomph. Then lock it into place. And then we shoot down. Dink. Take our half. And we're good to go. See? Fucking see? See? It works. Every time. And this is what I thought. Like, if you haven't bought the course yet, this is what we do in the course. We open up a backtesting session, which I already know the results to. Get out the magnet and show you how it works. Here we are. Boom. Closed half. Fucking get in. Fucking did it. Right. Now we just need to move the magnet further down. You don't want to move it too far though, because if you move it too far, it just loses its range, right? And it loses its connection. Like what's happening right now, we just moved it too far, for fuck's sake. Also, we need to go hard break even. Hard break even, guys. Fully break even. Fully out half. 188,915. Right. We were in a trade. Well, we're still in a trade. Yeah, we're still in a trade. Look at that. Look at it run. Look at it. Beautiful child. So it's at least a win, right? It's definitely a win. Fucking get in. Now we need to play GeoGuessr. That is facts. Can't go wrong with a game of GeoGuessr. What is final TP? 188,561. Like up the stream if you caught that dub. We've won right now. We've won at least 0.5%. Now that this final push down to here will give us that 7.5, which will take us to like a 1.3, 1.4% gain, right? Like up the stream if you're still in this trade. Move to break even. Nice work, Ronald. We're the fucking goats, guys. This is fucking sick. We are the goats. That's a shout, to be fair. You could just move it to the bottom left. But I think it might overlap some of the price. To be fair, bottom left's actually a shout. How's that? Is that better? What does everyone think? Let me know your thoughts on that. That's actually a good shout, to be fair, Tony. Thanks for that. Better on the left. Sweet. Sweet. Nice call, Tony. Right. 15 there. No bottom wick. Easy flip right there. We already know it's going to flip right back down. No bottom wick on the 15. We give it 15 minutes. Let's reward ourselves. Let's reward ourselves with a nice game of GeoGuessr. Yeah? Why not? We've been good. It's been a good day. Let's reward ourselves with a nice game of GeoGuessr. Eskimos. Hamburguesas. That's Spanish. Spain. Coquina. Super Coquina. Super Coquina. What the fuck is going on there? Oh, this is Spain. I need me some Super Coquina. Mexico? Hamburguesa? That's Spanish, swear. Or, to be fair, I guess you could... Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. We can walk around, so... Coca-Cola. This looks legit. I reckon this is Mexico. Who the fuck is this? Nice work, Rodrigo. You live there, so... We got it right as well, literally. I reckon... Bicis. Bicicleta. They are. Some Spanish coming out there. Fucking... Alright. Is he smoking a joint? He looks dodgy as fuck. This could be Barcelona. This could be... Well, it's clearly fucking Spain, isn't it? You don't need any more clues. Right. I reckon Barca. Oh, it's Madrid. Paris. This looks so cool. Yes, I am. Would not mind one myself. Japan? Yeah. Tokyo? Sweet. Let's get it. Where's Japan? Oh, it's over here. Nice. Oh, wow. Wow. This is Dubai, isn't it? Yeah, it's obviously Dubai. You can tell by the shops. You don't even need to look at this. We've got a Rolex shop, Dolce & Gabbana shop, a Gucci shop, a Bottega shop. That's just outside of the Dubai Mall. Ah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh, so close. We're moving. Nice. What did I tell you guys? Before we went on GeoGuessr, what did I say? We can clip it. We can even go back and like watch the clip, right? What did I say? Let's just prove a point here, right? What did I say? I know you guys know. I called it. I know I did.
Fucking did it. Super cocaine. What the fuck is... Flip right there. Building.
You ready?
Did.
Oh.
1.3, 1.4. I think I'm... Super good. That's real sweet.
Ready?
Right. 15 there. No bottom wick. Easy flip right there. We already know it's going to flip right back down. No bottom wick on the 15. Right. 15 there. No bottom wick. Easy flip right there. We already know it's going to flip right back down. No bottom wick on the 15. We give it 15 minutes. Let's reward ourselves.
Easy flip there. And look what happened. Oh shit, we're pushing up. Still though, my point is correct. We flipped. Anyway, can you explain your trade? Yes, I can. So, we're still in it. I don't want to delete this, but we got to, just to show you. So the daily's still bullish, which is obviously fair. The 4 hour, at this point in time, before we'd moved down, was still bearish because we took this high out, right? We then go down to like the 1 hour and come into that imbalance, which we were slowly inversing. So the 4 hour was bearish already. The 1 hour was technically bullish when we took our entry because we hadn't actually inversed it, which is the bit risky part of the trade, but it obviously paid off there. I got in like 5 minutes before the 1 hour closed and said, if the 1 hour closes inside this imbalance, or we get like a technical close, I'm going to close the trade, right? So I was just making the most of what we had available there. You know, and then, to be fair, we hadn't even inversed the 30 minute. But the 1 hour inversed, so we held on to the trade, and then we target these lows over here, which we should come down and take at some point based on the fact that we got a 1 hour IFVG, right? So we used the 1 hour fair value gap with 5 minutes left on it to try and call a 1 hour IFVG. Then we went to the 5 minute and seen AMD. So we got this push up here. So we got a consolidation, then a push up. And these candles show us that that is the manipulation because of the size of them. Like you can see we change size here. We have a bit of a chill, out here. Then we push up with 2 candles very quickly, inverse them very, very quickly as well, take our entry, and then just push straight down to our target, which is here. Or first target, which was here, to close half the trade, and then the rest is closed here. Now we're break even. Right. I think, honestly, guys, what we're going to do here, honestly, there's no point in dragging this out. Let's just leave it. Let's just go about our day. We're done for the day, right? We're done. We're literally done. We've done it. We did our job. Made 0.5%, and we're going to come back tomorrow and kill it. We're going to let this trade fully play out. No more management, no closing early, none of that shit. We're going to let it either go down to here or up to here. It should come down, though. Now, that's it. We're going to leave it here. Honestly, I like this stream. This was a pretty W stream, can't lie. Like up the stream if you haven't already, right? And before you guys go, the ritual, we always got to do this shit, right? Before you guys go, give me 1 second. Right. Go into the description. click the link for the next stream. It says click here for the next free stream. That's the link. Once this stream finishes, go and click that and like the stream and click the bell. Click the link in the description, the first link in the description. Click the first link in the description. Click the bell. Click the like button on that stream, and you'll get notified exactly when I go live tomorrow. Do not miss tomorrow's stream. We're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to kill it again. Okay? We're going to kill it again. We're going to let this trade play out off stream. But that's it from me. Like up this stream if you haven't already. Then go into tomorrow's stream, which is in the first link in the description. Click the bell and click the like button on that stream. Well, it's been nice, guys. It's been a great stream. I like this stream. I've enjoyed this stream. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Right? Guess we'll leave it here. Yeah. That's it from me, guys. Have a good rest of your day. As always, make sure you're journaling your trades, reviewing your journal. And if you want to learn exactly how to trade just like this every single day, join the course. We're getting a fitness module in the next couple days. We're getting a fitness module. We're getting Notion pages built in. We're getting a psychologist to do a full psychology module for us. Lots of updates. And also, this is the cheapest it will ever be again. See you all in tomorrow's stream, guys. Thanks for your time. Have a lovely rest of your day. Click the first link in the description, click the bell, and then click the like button on that stream. You get notified exactly when I go live. We're going to let this trade play out. I'll see you all in tomorrow's stream. If you want to learn how to trade like me,